Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. It is for the month of July. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek into your month, my friend. Right? Leos are defrosting as we speak. Leo, thank you so much for being here. If you are someone who is brand new and you've never been here before, welcome. I hope you'll stay. Subscription button is in the bottom right-hand corner in this box where I live. And thank you so much for those of you who are the ride or dies. The one who are here liking, subscribing, and yeah, just being your wonderful Leo selves. Thanks so much for that. So we're going to take 3 of these cards, beginning, middle, and end of the month. We're going to throw some tea leaves at it. We're going to throw some tarot at it, find out what we come up with for the month of July for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, there's 4 days left on this 10% off sale for private reads. If you're interested, please look at the pinned comment above the comments there. Everything you need is there. Tell me about Leo, please, going into July. Do you believe we burned all the way through the first 6 months of the year already here? Right? Finally at the middle of the year. Tell me about Leo. What's coming up for Leo, please? We've got enlightenment, Leo. I feel like something is going to come to light that you possibly didn't think of before or you weren't aware of before. I feel enlightenment tells me that you're about to open yourself to the wonders of the universe. You know, we have the lotus flower here, right? The lotus flower is a flower that will only thrive in the mud. And I feel like I'm speaking to a Leo who's had a really hard June or maybe a hard first part of the year. And I want to say that it doesn't matter if you're in the mud. You can still flourish. You can choose it. It is a choice, right? Opening yourself to enlightenment is a choice. We do have card number 27, which is a 9. To me, that is Virgo energy. You could have a Virgo rising, moon placement, possibly Jupiter. Venus maybe, but we do have card number 27, and I feel like you have been sort of sequestering yourself. I want to say that you're not really being social, not really going out with people, but you're really trying to find wisdom. You're trying to figure out what the next step is, and I feel like you quite accidentally, it feels like some of you, trip upon some sort of enlightenment that lets you know that even though things are going really hard, that maybe you're stuck in the mud, that you can still bloom where you are. It's a choice. It's a change of mind. It's wisdom is what it is. Tell me about the middle of the month for Leo. We have emotions. Yeah, it almost feels like you're feeling in lack emotionally, or that it's been really hard to express your emotions about something. It feels like you're hiding in this energy, Cancer and Pisces energy with the moon. It feels like you're hiding your emotional energy, that maybe the reason you've sequestered yourself, card number 27 is a 9, which is the Hermit. The way that you've sequestered yourself is probably because you're feeling in lack. You could be feeling stuck. As we head into July, I'm going to say it's a choice though. And no matter what's going on, you can always change it just by changing your mind. It's an inconvenience to change your mind. I'm not going to lie to you. To see something completely different and bloom anyway is a choice. It's completely a choice. We have surrender. And so, oh my gosh. Surrender. This is card number 12. This is your intuition. This is your gut feeling. And I feel like this surrender should be to your emotions. We've got water, right? It says. And so for those of you who I feel have been hiding yourself because you're having a hard time, and maybe that hard time is making you very emotional and you're not comfortable with showing your emotions to people or reaching out for help or telling people that you're having a hard time, that you feel like you're feeling around in the dark, I feel like the universe is saying all you got to do is surrender. Surrender to your emotions. Surrender to your intuition. I feel like if you're feeling stuck, that this is the way out. The way out is to surrender to the universe. Surrender your emotions. We do have the labyrinth. So I feel like you feel like a rat in a cage. Like it, you can take a look at this labyrinth here, and there's no way in, no way out, right? So it's like you're just kind of dropped in there. And it's card number 15, which is the devil energy. So for some of you, you could be stuck in a cycle of addiction. You could be stuck in a cycle of something that you're doing obsessively that is hurting you spiritually, physically, or mentally, and you're not telling anyone about it because it's something that if you bring it to the surface, you know that once you shake up the Coke bottle and you take the top off, it's like you can't get it back in. That's what it feels like here. I want to say, though, that you're on your way to this personal power here, and that there is nobody who will have dominion over you with this evil eye card here, because we do have this aloe plant here, and we do have the protection, right? And so I feel like you're destined to be protected. I feel like you are going to, it feels like these are the stages of the month. At the beginning, you're feeling stuck. In the middle, you're like, I'm trying to hide myself away. I'm feeling negative. I don't want to talk to people when I feel negative. I'm hiding my emotions. I feel like you're doing inadvertently. I feel like with this Virgo energy here, that this hermit energy, that maybe it's not something you plan to do, but being in this energy by yourself is going to make you force you to see your emotions. And I feel like you're kind of feeling stuck in your life at this point. It feels like there is some energy here that's telling me that there is a journey that just keeps going round and around and around. It feels like you keep doing the same thing over and over. Let's keep going here, find out what other information we can get for you here. Let's take a look at these tea leaves. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about this enlightenment. We have the vine. It says, seek out information that will help you. I really do feel that that's what you're doing in this hermit energy here, that you are seeking out information that will help you. And you are going to come to some sort of enlightenment, my friend. And maybe there's some of you who don't believe that there is such a thing, but I feel like you will know. You will know with this enlightenment here. I feel like right now you're in hermit energy, trying to seek out a way to get out of this dark emotional energy that you're in. Tell me about the moon, please. Tell me about the moon. One flipped out, went back in. Tell me about the moon, please, for Leo. We've got needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. I feel like you need to get through this part of the month. I feel like this is where you find your light, your enlightenment, right? It says the lotus flower, enlightenment. This is where you find your enlightenment, because you are seeking a way you're trying to seek a way out of it. And I feel like when you get to this place where you're doing some shadow work, or you come face to face with some of the things that you don't like about you, I feel like a sincere wish will be granted. But look, it's a needle, right? It says a needle and thread. And I'm reminded, because most of my young life is about religion, I'm being reminded of, for those of you who are religious, or you have been religious, that there's, I think it's Jesus that says it, but I'm not sure. It's something about getting through the eye of a needle. It's like you have to drop all of your possessions. You can't get through. It's like what is it? I think it's like what is it? The doors to heaven, or like the eye of a needle. And it's like you must drop all of your possessions to get through the eye of the needle. And so I want to say that this is a reckoning. I want to say this is where you're starting to look at yourself, look at your inwardly, look at yourself, do some of your shadow work, because you realize that maybe you've been hiding behind material possessions, and you realize that there is no other way but through the eye of a needle that you will get to where you want to be. And I feel like it leads to this surrender of emotion here. One more. Tell me about the surrender. Tell me about the surrender, please. Oops. Falling all over. There we go. We've got wind chimes. It says peace and harmony. Look, it's in the surrender. I promise you, it's in the surrender. Just say into the universe, look, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing from here? Trying to get some help out of this dark place, these emotions here. Oh, we should look at the bottom of the deck. Sorry, we didn't do that. We got the bottom of the deck. It says seahorse, family matters. You could be making some pretty hard decisions about family matters. Something that happened in May is still around, hanging around. It might be something that happened within the family, or a decision you've been trying to make since May. And we do have the moon energy here. So it's like something is not as it seems. I want to say that there is a way out of the labyrinth, and it is through the eye of the needle. That's what it feels like here. Let's look at some tarot. All right, Leo, let's take a look here. Let's take a look, see what's going on for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. for the month of July 2024. What is going on for Leo? Tell me more about Leo, please, for July. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. The Knight of Wands being in the reverse feels like you're stuck. I was just said stuck in the mud, right? That's where the lotus flower is, stuck in the mud. Can still bloom there, but I feel like the Knight of Wands being in the reverse, it tells me a few things. You could be somebody who has been in and out of temporary relationships, temporary friendships, temporary loveships, temporary situationships. I feel like you could be someone who has been happy doing that up until now. But now it's kind of catching up with you. That's what it feels like. It's catching up with you, and you're feeling as though you can't find a way out. It feels like you haven't been social, you haven't been meeting people, that you're trying to move slower. Maybe it's time for you to settle down. Maybe that's one of your thoughts. You will come to some type of an enlightenment, and we'll clarify further here, because you've been seeking out more information that will help you. And you've been seeking that out within the Hermit energy here. Card number 27 is a 9. Let's talk about the middle of the month, please. Tell me about this moon and the emotions here. We do have the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like it's almost like it brings you to your knees, I want to say. It's almost like you're begging the universe, please tell me what to do. This emotional energy that's stuck in the moon, things are not as they seem. It's like you are the one who's been giving, and other people have been taking and taking, I want to say. And so it feels like you are asking the universe for guidance, and the universe is saying, look, you keep giving without asking for anything in return. And I'm not saying that you should ask for anything in return, but you can see that there's a procession here. These people have already got what they wanted from you, and now they're on their way. And then we got one more person that's coming by to ask for more. And I want to say you're becoming depleted. And that's why this energy of the emotions and the moon is here. The universe is saying, look, you got to drop all of those things that you think that you are, Leo, the person that you think that you are, the life that you think that you're leading. You need to stop doing all of that. It's time to make a change here. It's time to surrender. Surrender to peace and harmony. Tell me more about this here. Time to surrender to your emotions. I really do feel like I'm talking to a Leo here who has stifled their emotions. Somebody must have told you way back there, whether it's a month ago or in your childhood, that you're not supposed to cry, or you're not supposed to show emotion. And I feel like the universe is telling you different. In order to get peace and harmony, you must surrender your water. You must surrender your emotions. Tell me about this. We've got the 4 of Cups in the reverse. It does feel like you've been stuck or in a redundant energy for a really long time. And I want to say that up until now, you've been ignoring the universe. You can see here that the person has acknowledged the cup, but they're pouring it out. They're like, I don't want it. I don't want to be in love. I don't want to share my feelings. I don't want to share my feelings. I'm just going to pour it out before anybody sees it, before anybody thinks that I might be sort of emotional. I'm going to pour it out before then. So I feel like the universe has been trying to get you to pay attention here. The way to peace and harmony, though, is through surrender. We do have the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like that you are feeling on the outside looking in, but I feel like you're stuck in some sort of a cycle that it feels like you've put yourself in. All right, let's clarify. Windows are open, and there seems to be a lot of sirens today. So you're going to hear some background noise. Tell me about the Knight of Wands, please. You feel a little bit stuck here, I'm going to say. It does feel like you're a little bit stuck, or you're trying to figure out a different way to go about life because of this Hermit energy that's here. I feel it is possible that you will have this enlightenment that will open you like a lotus flower, even if you're in the dark, even if you're in the mud. Tell me about the Knight of Wands in the reverse, please. We do have the Emperor. The way out is to take control of the whole damn thing, is to do the thing that you want, even though people might disagree with it. I feel like you ask the universe, what can you do to help me? Like you're seeking out information that will help you here. And I feel like the information you get back from the universe is it's time to step up. It's time to step up and act like the Emperor. Stop hiding in the shadows. The Emperor doesn't hide in the shadows. The Emperor is the one who's out front, the decision maker, the conqueror, the one who makes all of the decisions about the kingdoms, right? because the emperor is the ruler of the empire, which is all of the kingdoms. So I feel like there, with the Four of Wands here, it's time for you to make a decision. It feels like somebody here who is living a life of situationships and going here and there. Maybe you're a person who, maybe you do van life. I feel like it's like somebody who now decides they want a house or they want to settle down. And it feels like there needs to be a little bit more stability here. This is a new path. So I really do feel that this is your enlightenment. I feel like it is somebody who has just maybe in the past, I'm talking yesterday or before that, however long it is, in the past, I feel like you weren't interested in settling down, but I feel like I'm speaking to a Leo who's decided that this new beginning, this clean slate, is going to be moving slower, with more wisdom, with more enlightenment, that you're now pointing your chin to the sky and saying, what can you do to help me? Please help me. I'm not really sure what to do from here, because I keep giving and giving and giving, and I feel like it's like I have nothing left for me. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles here. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. We do have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups, yeah. And we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. I really do feel like this moon and these emotions here, it says, a sincere wish will be granted for you, but I feel like you're going to have to drop everything that you think you are. This persona, this illusion that you have grown, that you don't need anybody, that you don't need emotions, that you don't need to show emotions. I feel like it all comes to a head or an accumulation in the middle of the month here. You are feeling a little bit in lack, but I feel like the universe is forcing you to drop all of the things that would prevent you from going through the eye of the needle. And we do have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you are really wanting to show your feelings, the deep, compassionate, loving, kind person that you are. But I don't know what happened along the way, Leo, but something turned you off. And I feel like it could have been a broken home. Possibly you came from a home where they didn't teach you how to love yourself, or they didn't teach you about the importance of family and togetherness and settling down. And because the Ten of Cups being in the reverse tells me that a family broke down, or it broke to pieces. Like it feels like that. And although you may be close to your mother or your father, I feel like the family is decimated. That's what it feels like. You could have grown up in this energy, and you learned to be a people pleaser, right? You learned to be giving and giving and giving without asking for anything in return. Because I feel like somewhere along the way, you shut your emotions off. You shut your feelings off. I want to say that with the Ten of Cups in the reverse with the Queen, it feels like somebody here just like all the emotion poured out. So I feel like it's a new day. I want to say that the Page of Pentacles is telling me that in your pentacle world, you're going to work harder on trying to get past the lack and try to show people that you are the Queen of Cups, feminine or masculine. You're compassionate. You're quite empathic. You're, in some cases, psychic. You're the person who is loving and kind, a great father or a great mother. I think that somebody here is like this month is a month of huge change for you, Leo. And it's self-realization is what it is. I feel like in the past that you just said to the universe, no. Like, you know what, if you keep giving me these cups, fine, I'm just going to keep pouring them out. I'd rather be in this party phase. I'd rather be in the Three of Cups, having excitement and fun and situationships and whatever it looks like to you. And I feel like with this, it's time for you to stop doing that. It's time for you to get out of this comfort zone of not feeling anything. Just doing whatever you were doing in order to get whatever it is that you wanted, because nobody would give it to you. You took it. That's what it feels like here. But peace and harmony is coming. I feel like you are coming out of this energy of ignoring the universe. I feel like you are about to surrender and get connected to your emotions here, my friend. We do have the Devil energy. The Devil's got a hold on you. You, I feel, are really worried about what it's going to look like if you decide to pay attention to your emotions. I feel with the Nine of Swords, you're stuck in a cycle, and I feel the cycle is a toxic one, because if you're very disconnected and you're not feeling your feelings, that's something you're passing on to your children, right? If you have kids, that those children are going to learn, well, mom or dad did it without being connected to their feelings, then there's no reason that I should be connected to my feelings. I feel like the Page of Cups is telling me that by the end of the month, you're kind of cracking the door open just a little on the emotions here. I feel like you are feeling emotional about being stuck in some sort of a cycle. And I feel like you have an attachment. I feel like it's like this devil energy is got a chokehold on you. But you're the one that has to make the decision to move forward here. What's going to bring you peace and harmony by the end of the month here? What's going to bring Leo peace and harmony, please? The Pentacles. We've got Four of Pentacles. We've got the Hierophant and the King of Swords. I feel like you really do want to have some sort of a commitment with someone, some sort of an emotional commitment. I think that's what you want, and I think that's what you're going to speak out by the end of the month. You're going to tell somebody about your emotions. I feel you're going to get into your emotions. I feel like you really do want to have some sort of a commitment with someone, but mostly I think that the Hierophant is showing up because you've learned a spiritual lesson. Like, bravo to you. You go from being in the Four of Pentacles, shut off, shut down, head over heart, dealing with things logically and practically, to the Hierophant energy with the King of Swords. Now I'm speaking about what I've learned in my spiritual journey. It feels like the universe dropped you into the labyrinth for a reason. You can't get out until you learn the lesson. It's like the universe is like, come on, it's time to learn this lesson. You're no longer supposed to be on the outside looking in. You have to learn to control your feelings. You have to learn to show your feelings at some point. This King of Cups is pouring out their cup. And so I feel like that you felt that nobody loved you, or you felt like you couldn't get a relationship, or that you couldn't endure a relationship. I want to say this is a milestone. I want to say that it's not true. Whatever story you've been telling yourself is not true. And I think by the end of the month, you're willing to listen. You're willing to learn this lesson about how important it is to show your feelings. And that's where the Nine of Cups comes from. It comes from expressing your feelings. And whoever doesn't want to see or hear or feel your feelings, then they got to go. But I feel like this is what you're going to do here. You've got two nines. You're at the ends of cycles, right? You're close to the Ten of Cups. You're close to the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like you are going to work really hard to get your confidence and stability back. And I feel like you're going to find a new tribe who's like, their importance is to network or work on things, work really hard on themselves. You're probably going to find a new group of people or a new person who is all about self-care, who's all about working on themselves, self-mastery. And I feel like you're just around the corner from absolute bliss, happiness, and a lot of great abundance here. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Leo. And I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Have a beautiful July. Bye-bye.